I was one of those people who turned my nose up at the first Wicked Movies trailer, but wow, was I wrong. You're gonna wanna see this one. What's up, movie fans? Welcome to Trailer Got Me, the channel where we score movie trailers and give you a true prediction score for how good the movie is going to be. Let's see how well Wickedforgood holds up to the test and see whether or not this trailer got me.
Elphabethrop, I know you're out here. Just come in before the monkeys spot you.
There's no going back.
So Glinda is still in Emerald City and the monkeys are still searching for Elphaba. This makes me wonder, is there a time gap between part 1 and part 2? Because in the Broadway musical, part 1 and part 2 are separated by approximately 5 years. But this makes it seem like maybe it's just right after part 1 ends. This story is loosely based off of Greg Maguire's novel Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, which is a reimagining of L. Frank Baum's 1900 novel, The Wizard of Oz. Did anyone see that movie, The Wizard of Oz?
Oh, I'm a failure because I haven't got a brain.
This story might be old in the sense that it's been told on and off Broadway for about 2 decades, but the story is quite unique and very compelling. It has an origin story, love, betrayal, revenge, and I predict it'll probably have some kind of earned justice by the end of the movie. And what a great callback to the original Universal logo from 1913.
This is between us, the wizard, and I.
These flyers show that the Wizard of Oz is still putting out propaganda against Elphaba to influence the common people's minds that she's the Wicked Witch of the West. From this shot here, you can clearly see that Elphaba has better control over her powers now, showing that she's able to do complex magic while multitasking.
They're beginning to believe.
The Wicked Witch can't elude us forever. Not with Prince Fiero and his squadron hot on her trail.
Glinda is assuming her role as the Good Witch. What a sellout. In 2024, they actually changed the name of this movie from Wicked 2 to Wickedforgood. Ariana Grande was quoted as saying, "It's just the perfect title because this project really has changed us for good." Check out this shot, and look way in the background here, you can see that Madame Morrible is conjuring up a tornado. The most likely reason being that this is the tornado that brings Dorothy to Oz. More on that later. Also, a key story point being told here. Prince Fiero is now helping them search for Elphaba. Is this for real? Has he maybe been led astray by the Wizard of Oz and his propaganda?
No good deed goes unpunished. That's my creed.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
The lyrical passage being used here.
No good deed goes unpunished.
No good deed goes unpunished. It sounds like Elphaba is gearing up to make her attack on the Wizard of Oz. What do you think? This movie is directed by John Chu, who did In the Heights, Crazy Rich Asians, and of course, Wicked Part 1. Chu was impressive with what he accomplished with Wicked Part 1. He has proven that he can masterfully blend practical effects with the world of CGI. You might watch the first Wicked movie and assume that all of the sets are CGI because they look so perfect, but you'd be wrong. He put on a masterclass for how to take set pieces and then elevate them with CGI. Take a lesson here, George Lucas. And here we see a bunch of these yellow bricks. Do you think there's any significance whatsoever to this?
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. No one believed in you more than I did.
Elphaba. They're coming for you.
You can clearly see that Elphaba is trying to spread her truth, but From this shot, it clearly looks like the Wizard of Oz's propaganda is influencing the people against her. And unfortunately, we can see here from this shot that they're still hunting down the animals and trying to silence them. It looks like they're purging entire ecosystems just to lay down this yellow brick road. Is it really that important?
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason.
This shot here shows that Glinda has obtained the Grimoire somehow. Do we think she stole this book from the Wizard of Oz and is now taking it to Elphaba? I don't know. This also looks like this is where the final scene took place in part 1, because everything's covered in ash and there's that spiral staircase. The cast in this movie was fantastic in part 1. We have Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Peter Dinklage, and of course Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh. All of which who have already proven how well they can portray these characters.
Some of us still tend to favor form over content, Miss Glinda.
Ah, the book from the first movie.
I'm who I am today because I knew you. Think of what we could do together.
In this shot, Elphaba is picking up the book that Glinda gave her in part 1. This tells us that her heart's desire is no longer the same as it was in part 1. She knows the Wizard of Oz is a phony and a con man, and she's out to expose him. The coolest thing that I learned researching these movies is that the singing was done live on set. This was not recorded in a music studio, which makes this movie even more impressive when you stop to think about how hard that actually is.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant world.
Okay, it looks like Glinda and Prince Fiero are finally getting married. Does this look like a guy who really wants to be there? Does he maybe leave her at the altar? Or does this person riding in on the horse here maybe stop the wedding before it happens? I remember the ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz and then the jeweled slippers from Wicked Part 1, but what are we looking at here? Emerald slippers? That's all. I am genuinely curious about this, and it's stuff like this that makes me want to see the movie. And here we have a Dorothy and Toto sighting. So that tornado from earlier clearly was the one that brought them to Oz, right? And what's this shot all about? We've got Elphaba, the Wizard of Oz, and Glinda all having a disco here in their little dance studio. Disco! Is this maybe a dream sequence?
But it wasn't a dream. It was a place. And you, and you, and you, and you were there.
Otherwise, what good reason would they all have for being here together? She's on the run, right? Disco!
Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West.
We're at this crossover now where we see the Wizard of Oz mixing with the Wicked world. At the beginning of Wicked Part 1, they announced that the Wicked Witch of the West had been killed by a bucket of water.
Good news! The witch! She's dead!
And in The Wizard of Oz, we know how that ends.
You cursed rat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting!
So, is that how this is gonna end? Is that really it? I always found it very suspicious that a bucket of water beat the Wicked Witch of the West. That was all they had to do? Throw some water on her? Well, why were they so scared of her? I'm on to you, Wicked. I see how this is going.
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West.
For a while there, I thought you changed.
I have changed.
Okay, Prince Fiero turns on the wizard and sets Elphaba free. For someone like me who doesn't know this story, this is a huge spoiler, and I don't know why they decided to include it in the trailer. It seems unnecessary to me. Maybe this isn't such a huge spoiler because we know that he's a secret super Elphaba fan. But still, it would have been better to kind of see this in the movie, don't you think?
I have changed.
It's time for both of us to fly!
The animals are fighting back. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You can clearly see that they've entered Emerald City here and are tearing some shit up. Okay, we can see that Glinda now knows enough magic that she can form this bubble. So this makes me think that there is probably a pretty significant time gap between part 1 and part 2, because she didn't really know any magic in part 1.
Because I knew you.
You're the only friend I ever had.
Because I knew you. And I've had so many friends.
Classic Glinda.
I have been changed for good.
But only one that mattered.
Here it looks like the monkeys are now flying with Elphaba rather than chasing her. We know from the Wizard of Oz movie that these monkeys eventually turn to her side. So it seems like we're actually going to get to see that happen in this movie.
I'm off to see the wizard.
Some of the drumming in that's metal as f***. What a great line to go out on. I'm off to see the wizard. A clear homage to the original music from The Wizard of Oz.
You're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
So, my prediction for how good Wickedforgood will be is 6.8 out of 10 stars. So what's your call on this one? If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and tune back in after the movie comes out for our movie review to see if this trailer got me.